Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the meadow.
Elf school.
Now, Princess Holly, what's the name of this flower?
That's easy, Nanny. It's a daisy.
Yes, yes. An elf might call it a daisy, but a fairy princess would call it a Bellis perennius.
Bellis perennius.
Correct. Now, what is this bluebell called?
Bluebell?
Oh, no, no, no. A fairy princess would call it a hyacinthoids non-scripta.
Oh, Nanny, nature class is so boring. Why do I have to learn the proper names of all these flowers?
That is the sort of thing a fairy princess needs to know.
Well, maybe I don't want to be a fairy princess.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, Ben. Where are you going?
I'm off to elf school.
Oh, what do you do at elf school?
We learn how to make toys.
That sounds fun.
It is. Elves love making toys, and I'm an elf.
I want to make toys. Nanny, can I go to elf school too?
But you're not an elf. You're a royal fairy princess.
Oh, please, Nanny Plum.
Please, Nanny Plum, let Holly come.
Oh, OK.
Hooray!
But I'll come along too, just to make sure you don't get into any mischief.
OK, but hurry. We can't be late for elf school.
We're going to elf school. We're going to elf school.
We're going to elf school. We're going to elf school. We're going to elf school. We're going to elf school. Come on, elf school is at the top of the tree.
Ooh.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, wise old elf.
Ahem.
Ah, Nanny Plum.
Hello, Mr. Old Elf.
Hello.
Princess Holly wants to see what elves get up to in your little school.
Very well. Holly may join the class,
Oh, goody.
but no magic or flying, please.
OK.
Holly, sit next to me.
No flying. You will kindly walk. Flying is not allowed at elf school.
Only because elves can't fly.
That's right, Mistress Plum. Elves cannot fly, but we do have very good hearing. And elves are very good at making toys. So today we are going to make toys.
Hooray!
We will carry on from where we left off last time.
I'm making a toy car. I'm making a toy duck. A toy helicopter. A toy boat. I'm making a toy frog. A toy rabbit.
I'm making a robot.
Ooh,
I see that Miss Holly does not have a toy.
that's okay. I'll magic one. Zing, zang, zingy, zoy. Magic me a little toy.
Miss Holly, magic is not allowed at elf school.
Only because elves can't do magic.
Elves could do magic if they wanted to, but elves don't do magic.
And we're elves.
Miss Holly, you can work on this toy owl for today.
Thank you, wise old elf.
And I will take this wand for now so that you learn how to work the proper elf way without magic.
Oh.
Don't worry. You can have it back at the end of the class. Boys and girls, take out your hammers and remember to tap gently.
I didn't mean to do that.
Don't worry, Holly. I'll fix it. I've still got my magic wand.
But, Nanny, magic isn't allowed at elf school.
Oh, it'll be all right. No one will notice. Knick-knack, knowl, mend this owl.
What was that loud bang?
I think there's a bit of a storm brewing outside.
Well, as long as there's no magic going on.
I assure you, Mr. Old Elf, Princess Holly is not using magic.
Naughty Nanny Plum.
Oh, shush.
Now it's time to paint our toys. Remember, be very careful. A little paint goes a long, long way.
Oh, bother. Doing things without magic is very hard.
Maybe you need just a teeny tiny bit of magic.
Oh, are you sure?
Trust me. Zigzag Zoe, paint this toy.
Miss Holly, are you doing magic?
No, wise old elf, not me.
I think it's just the storm outside. It must be really close now.
There's something funny going on around here.
Wise old elf, what do we do next?
A good question, Holly. Next, we wind the toys up.
Look, it worked! Wow! Cool! Go on, do something. Nanny, my owl doesn't work.
Don't worry. I'll just give it a little help.
Nanny Plum, have you been doing magic?
Just a teeny tiny little bit to help things along.
You are a very naughty fairy.
Sorry, wise old elf.
We'll say no more about it. Now, Holly, let's see what your owl can do.
It doesn't work at all.
Maybe too much magic went into its making.
I can fix it. I'm very good at mending things. There, that should do it.
Hooray! Thank you, Ben. I did try to do it the elf way,
Yes, Holly, I know you did.
but it's not easy to make toys without using magic.
It's easy for us because
We're elves!
Now, Holly, here's your wand back.
Thank you.
And remember, no magic until you have left the classroom.
Yes, wise old elf.
And that goes for you too, Nanny Plum.
Yes, wise old elf.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
The Elf Factory.
What's the plan for today, Nanny Plum?
You're visiting the elf factory.
Why?
Well, Your Majesty, it's a very busy time of the year for the elf factory. What with Christmas coming up,
So what's that got to do with me?
you have to inspect the toys and make sure they are perfect.
That sounds fun.
Well, it's not fun, Holly. The toys are always perfect, and all I say is they're perfect. Do I have to go?
Well, someone has to. They're expecting a royal visit.
I could go and I could say the toys are perfect.
Yes. Why not?
And Nanny Plum can go along too, to look after you.
Oh, goody.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, Ben. We've come to see the elf factory. Do you know where it is?
Of course I do. I'm an elf.
So where is it?
Follow me. This is the Elf Factory reception.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Hello. Princess Holly is here for the royal visit.
I see. Could you sign in, please?
What do I do?
Just put your name and job.
My name is Princess Holly, and my job is being a pretty fairy princess.
Very good. Now, you will need these hard hats. And I notice you have wands.
Yes, we're fairies.
I'll need to take your wands. No magic is allowed in the elf factory. Elves don't do magic. And we are elves. Oh, now... Here we go. The factory is very busy today. We have a big toy order for Father Christmas.
Wow! Is that Father Christmas?
Oh, I shouldn't think so, no. Oh, hello, Mr. Christmas.
Can I speak to the wise old elf?
Yes. I shall get him right away. Telephone call for the wise old elf. Please report to reception immediately.
Hello, Princess Holly.
Hello, wise old elf.
It's Father Christmas.
Oh, excuse me a moment. Hello?
Hello, wise old elf. Will those dolls be ready in time for Christmas?
Yes, Mr. Christmas. We'll definitely have the dolls ready today.
And you will make sure they have a pretty red dress, won't you?
Yes, she'll have a lovely red dress. Thank you. Goodbye.
Is this the doll you're making for Father Christmas?
Yes, we're making hundreds of them, and they have to be ready today.
Can we see how you make them?
Of course. This way. We'll be taking the train.
Ooh.
All aboard. First stop, level 1, the computer room. Hold tight, everyone. Level 1, the computer room.
That was fun.
It made my tummy all funny.
Good, wasn't it? And it'll be even better next time.
What do you mean, next time?
You'll see.
Follow me. This is where we decide what the toys will look like.
Don't you just make it up as you go along?
Oh, no, no, no. The toys are designed to the very last detail. Nothing is left to chance.
Gosh, it seems like a lot of hard work to me.
We pride ourselves on our thoroughness. This is where we choose the colors.
That's the doll for Father Christmas.
Yes. Now, for example, if I wanted to, I could change the color of the doll's dress from red to blue.
Blue dress.
The elf factory would then know to paint the doll's dress blue.
But Father Christmas wants the dress red.
Of course he does, Princess Holly. That was just an example.
All aboard! Next stop, the Elf Factory.
Oh, we don't have to go down again, do we?
Yes, Nanny. The factory is deep down in the roots of the tree.
How deep down?
Very deep down.
Oh.
All aboard.
We're not going down very much.
Just you wait, Ollie.
Next stop, level 99. Hold tight.
Oh, my tummy! This is fun!
Level 99, the Elf Factory.
And the gloop machine.
The what?
The gloop machine.
Wow!
This way, Princess Holly. Please feel free to ask any questions.
Okay. Hello. What do you do?
I pull this lever, Princess.
What else do you do?
I pull this lever and the gloop comes out.
Don't you get bored?
Elves never get bored. And I'm an elf.
Thank you. Now, moving on.
That's the moulding machine.
Ooh. And what do you do?
I press this button.
All day?
Yes, all day.
You must be very patient.
Elves are very patient. And I'm an elf.
What happens next?
Next is the paint room.
This is where the toys are painted.
What fun! Hello, everybody.
Every elf has their bit to paint. One paints the eyes, another the mouth, and another the hair.
Amazing. I thought it would be all done by machine.
No, we do it all by hand.
It looks such hard work.
Elves like hard work. And we're elves.
Well, thank goodness I'm a fairy.
Shush, Nanny.
Once the dress is painted, the doll goes through to the dryer. And then it's packed, ready for delivery. And here we are, the finished doll. A perfect example of elf workmanship.
Isn't the doll's dress supposed to be red?
What? Oh, you're quite right, Princess Holly. Oh, never mind. Some mistakes occur when you're making so many dolls.
But they've all got blue dresses.
Oh, she's right. We'll have to unpack them all and paint them again. But there's not enough time.
I could sort this out in a moment with a bit of magic.
Magic is not allowed in the Elf Factory.
OK, I'll just ring up Father Christmas and tell him what's happened. I'm sure he'll understand.
No, don't ring Father Christmas. Maybe Nanny Plum can use a bit of magic. Just this once.
Good. First, I need my wand. Ah, hello, wand. Ahem. Blue to red. Thank you. It was nothing, really. Just a simple spell.
A chair for Nanny Plum, please.
What's this for?
One down, 999 to go.
Oh. Blue to red. Blue to red. Blue to red.
Gosh, Nanny, you must be so patient.
Yes, Nanny Plum. We'll make an elf of you yet.
I'm an elf.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
Mrs. Witch.
And then the witch locked the fairy and all the elves in a big cage. Help! Help! They shouted. Hee hee, I'll never let you go, said the witch.
Oh, no. Why did she lock the children up?
Because the witch was very naughty and the children were annoying her.
Ah.
All the chasing around had made the witch hungry, so she ate a mouldy old cake. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Ooh, why did she eat a mouldy old cake?
That's what witches eat.
And she drank a glass of sour milk. Glug, glug, glug.
Ugh.
After that, she fell asleep. Snore, snore, snore. She's asleep, said the fairy. Quick, let's escape. So the elves broke open the cage door and the fairy princess got her wand back.
Ooh.
Then the witch woke up. Get back in your cage, cried the witch. But the fairy was already casting her spell. Zip, ping, current bun, witch's magic, all undone. In a flash, all the children were set free and the witch, stuffed full of mouldy old cake, couldn't catch them. The end.
Hooray! Then what happened, Mummy?
The witch was told off for being mean and nasty and made to wash dishes for the rest of her life.
Ooh.
Horrible things, witches.
It's a good job they don't really exist, isn't it?
Oh, but they do exist. I know a witch who lives in the woods.
Really?
Yes. I can take you to see her if you like.
But won't she lock us up in a big cage?
No. Witches can sometimes be a bit naughty, but only when they get very annoyed.
Mummy, do you think we should go and see the witch?
Yes, why not? Nanny Plum will protect you.
And then you can see for yourselves how disgusting witches are.
Come on, then. Let's go.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye-bye. Nanny, what are witches like?
Are they scary?
Not that scary, but witches are a bit smelly.
Ooh.
And do witches use magic to do nasty spells?
Witches hardly ever do magic, and they're not that good at magic anyway. Here we are. This witch hasn't done a spell in over 100 years.
Ooh.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Nanny.
Nanny who?
Nanny Plum.
Oh, Nanny Plum, do come in. What a treat. A real fairy and an elf.
Yes, this is Princess Holly and Ben Elf.
Come closer so that I can get a better look at you.
See, she's not frightening at all. Just a bit smelly.
What's that?
Don't touch anything, children,
Why can't we touch?
because it's dirty.
What's that?
Don't worry, dear. I just wanted to show the children how a real witch lives.
Oh, I see. Would you like some rat milk and worm cakes?
No thank you, Mrs. Witch. We've already eaten.
Mrs. Witch, can we ask you some questions about being a witch?
Of course. Anything you like.
Are you any good at magic?
Well, I don't like to use magic these days because...
I told you, witches are no good at magic, and they never use it anyway.
What's that?
Mrs. Witch, if we don't do magic these days, then what do you do?
I'm retired.
So, you don't chase elves or fairies anymore then?
Oh, no. I just...
Look, witches don't do anything. They just smell a bit funny and make horrible cakes.
What?
As for magic, they're completely harmless. She probably can't even do a simple transformation spell.
Yes, I can.
Then why don't you change this horrible wallpaper?
That's...
Or make these seats more comfortable?
Stop it, Nanny.
You could make tasty cakes.
I'm warning you.
Or get some new clothes.
If you change one more thing...
A bit of makeup.
I'm sorry I had to freeze Nanny Plum. She was very rude to me.
I don't think Nanny meant to be rude, Mrs. Witch.
Maybe not, but she was.
Are you going to keep Nanny frozen forever?
No. If Nanny says sorry, she can go.
Nanny, say sorry to Mrs. Witch.
I will not say sorry. I was only trying to help you out, you grumpy old witch.
Oh,
So, you won't let Nanny go?
nope.
We should get help.
Is it all right if we go, Mrs. Witch?
Of course. You have both been delightful company.
What's your plan?
We have to get the king.
Yes, Daddy can tell the witch off.
Then she'll let Nanny go.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Witch. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Quick, run! Daddy! Daddy! Nanny Plum made Mrs. Witch really angry.
And now Nanny's frozen like a statue.
Oh, dear.
Daddy, if we don't do something, then Nanny will stay frozen forever.
We'll never see Nanny again.
How sad.
And there'll be no more lovely dinners.
No dinners? What? Nanny Plum frozen?
Yes!
Show me where Mrs. Witch lives. Was Nanny Plum rude to Mrs. Witch?
A bit.
Witches can be a little moody.
Are you going to tell Mrs. Witch off, Daddy?
No, I've got a better idea.
Who's there?
King Thistle.
King Thistle who?
King Thistle. King Thistle.
Oh, Your Majesty.
You must be the Mrs. Witch I have heard so much about.
Please let me explain.
About your cleverness, your kindness and beauty.
Oh.
Not to mention your wonderful cooking.
Would you like a worm cake?
No, thank you. I believe you may have frozen Nanny Plum.
Yes, I have, but...
I completely understand why you would want to do this.
You do?
Nanny Plum can be quite rude at times, but she's really not that clever.
Yes, well...
I am sure being as clever and as kind as you are, and knowing that Nanny really can't help herself, you will let her go this time. Quite apart from that, I need Nanny to cook my dinner.
I could cook you dinner, Your Majesty.
That's very kind of you.
I was just about to boil some toads in the hole.
But I just need Nanny Plum back.
I understand. Just one moment.
Say thank you for having me, Nanny.
Thank you for having me.
Goodbye, Mrs. Witch, and very nice to meet you.
I'm honoured, Your Majesty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Daddy, you didn't tell Mrs. Witch off at all.
And you said Mrs. Witch was beautiful when she's ugly and smelly.
Well, Ben, there's a time for telling someone they're ugly and smelly, and a time to be just nice. Saying nice things about people always goes a long way.
It's good to have you back, Nanny Plum.
Thank you, Holly.
Yes. What's for supper?
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Today's adventure starts at the Great Elf Tree.
Fun and games.
This is my very special cupcake recipe, using flour, honey, milk, chocolate and an apple.
Yummy.
Now we add an egg.
Wow, Mum.
We give it a little stir.
OK. Splish, splash, splosh, splosh. That must be Holly.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Holly. I'm helping Mum make cakes.
Ooh, can I help? Fairies are good at making cakes.
Of course, Princess Holly. You can help with the stirring.
That's my favourite bit. Splashing and sploshing the cake mixture.
I'd like more stirring and less splashing and sploshing, please.
Splish, splash, splosh, splush.
Holly, maybe you should do the stirring.
OK, Mrs. Elf.
Very good stirring, Holly.
It could have been a bit more splashy.
Next, we put the mixture into the cake tin.
It looks really yummy.
Can we have one now?
Sorry, Ben, I have to bake them in the oven first.
Aw.
Can't we just cook them with magic?
These are elf cakes, baked without magic.
But magic can bake them really quick. I'll show you.
No thanks, Holly. Remember, elves don't do magic.
And we're elves. Are the cakes ready yet?
They haven't even started cooking.
Oh. Maybe Holly should use a bit of magic.
I think a better idea would be if you two played outside for a bit and I call you in when the cakes are ready.
Oh, do we have to?
Just think of some fun games to play.
I don't feel like playing games today.
What nonsense. You love playing games. Have fun!
I wish those cakes didn't take so long to bake.
Me too.
I suppose we might as well try playing a game.
OK, how about tag? I like tag.
All right.
But you must play fair. No magic.
OK.
You're it. Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
You're running too fast.
I can't help it. Elves are good at running fast, and I'm an elf.
It's not fair. Fairies can't run as fast as elves.
OK, I'll hop on one leg. Can't catch me.
You're still going too fast.
OK, I'll stand still.
Got you. My turn. Can't catch me.
I'm going to catch you.
No, you're not. Can't catch me.
That's cheating. We said no magic.
I'm not using magic. I'm just flapping my fairy wings.
It's not fair. Elves don't have wings. I'll never catch you.
All right. I won't use my wings.
Got you. Let's play a new game.
Yes. Hide and seek.
OK, we'll play hide and seek.
Yippee! I love hide and seek.
But no flying.
OK. No flying. 1, 2, 3.
No looking.
OK. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming, ready or not. Ben's quite well hidden. Not there. Not there either. Ben, give me a clue. Please.
You're very cold. Getting colder.
Oh.
Warmer. Hot. Hotter and hotter.
Found you. Oh, there's no one there.
Ice cold.
This is too boring. I have better things to do with my time.
Here I am.
Found you.
Good hiding place, eh, Holly?
It was okay, I suppose.
Elves always hide well, and I'm an elf.
My turn to hide.
Remember, play fair and no flying or anything.
No flying, I promise.
1, 2, 3.
I'll never find anywhere good to hide in time. Ben said no flying, but he didn't say no magic. What do you think, Wand? Shall we do a teeny bit of magic? No, Wand. I'm sure Ben won't mind. Abracadably dibble, make me invisible.
Coming! Ready or not?
Very, very, very ice cold.
Oh,
Colder than a polar bear.
aha. I see.
You might as well give up. You'll never find me.
I wonder where Holly can be. Maybe she's not in the meadow at all. It's no good. Holly's hidden too well. I'll never find her. Found you!
Oh, how did you find me? I'm invisible. Oh, I'm not invisible. The magic's worn off.
Magic?
Oh, I was just using a teeny bit of magic. Anyway, let's play a different game. I promise not to use flying or magic.
OK, let's play a game of...
Holly! Children! The cupcakes are ready.
Oh, Mrs. Elf, do we have to come in?
Can we just play one more game?
Well, I never. I thought a certain fairy princess and a certain elf found playing games boring.
But, Mum, we've hardly been playing any time at all. And you said the cakes would take ages.
The cakes have taken ages.
Have they?
The time's whizzed by because you were enjoying yourselves. Time does that.
Oh,
Would you like a cupcake each?
yes, please. Delicious.
Yummy.
These cakes are the best. And Mrs. Elf didn't even use any magic.
Thank you, Holly. I think it was your stirring that made all the difference.
Do you want to see a trick?
Okay.
I can make this cake disappear.
How? I thought elves didn't do magic.
Watch carefully. Ta-da!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us!
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
The Elf Games.
Ben, where are you? Oh, hi, Ben. Can I play too?
I'm not playing. I'm training.
It looks like playing to me.
Well, it's not. I'm getting ready for the Elf Games.
That sounds fun. Can I play some elf games?
The Elf Games are not fun. They're very serious. Now, I need to practice my lifting. This acorn's really heavy.
I can do that. Abracadabra. Easy peasy.
You used magic. We don't have magic at the Elf Games.
Oh. So what do you have?
We have jumping. Hoopla!
I can do that. Hoopla!
We don't have flying either. The games are not for fairies, just for elves.
That's not fair. Fairies can do lots of things without flying or magic.
Like what?
I can dance like a ballerina.
OK, but we don't have dancing at the Elf Games.
Dancing's not the only thing I can do. Look, I'm good at gymnastics. looking pretty.
We don't have dancing, gymnastics, or looking pretty at the elf games.
Why not?
We're elves. We have serious things like jumping, running, and...
Princess Holly, time for your lessons.
Oh, hello, Nanny Plum. Ben's going to be in the elf games. Can we go too?
Won't it be boring for you, Princess Holly? Watching a lot of sweaty little elves running about?
We don't just run, we jump and we lift things. Look, I won this trophy for the high jump last year.
Wow.
If you really want a trophy, you can have one. Abracazoo, abracazap, for Princess Holly a fancy cup.
Yippee! I've won a trophy.
Hooray!
You can't just magic up a trophy. You have to work for it.
I did work for it. I didn't get this good at doing spells without lots of practice.
Well, I've got to go and practice my running and jumping.
Good luck, Ben.
Bye, Holly.
See you later.
Welcome to the Elf Games. Please remember the elf rules. No cheating and no...
Excuse us, please. Fairy princess coming through. Carry on, Mr. Old Elf.
Ah, good day, Mistress Plum.
Hi there.
For the benefit of the fairies amongst us, may I remind you there is to be strictly no magic and absolutely no flying.
Dear me, I was right. This is going to be boring.
Now to our first event, running.
Look, there's Ben.
On your marks, get set, go.
Come on, Barnaby! Ben! Come on, Ben! Oh, Ben can't hear me.
We'll soon sort that out. May I? Thank you. Try this, Princess Holly.
What?
Go on, Ben! Run, Ben!
Ah! I've got very sensitive ears.
Sorry, wise old elf!
Barnaby Elf is the winner.
Oh no! Ben's come last.
Oh dear. Elves can be very touchy about this sort of thing.
What did you do that for?
I was trying to help you win.
I was winning. It was your shouting that made me lose.
Sorry, Ben.
Not to worry. Maybe there's some other little game you can have a go at.
Will all competitors please get ready for the next event, the high jump.
You're very good at jumping, Ben. You'll easily win.
I hope so.
I hope so too. There's nothing worse than a grumpy elf.
The first competitor is Lizzie Elf. Now, for last year's high jump champion, Ben Elf.
Good luck, Ben.
Yes, you can do it. Phew, I didn't think he was going to do it.
Another excellent jump. Now, for our final competitor, Barnaby Elf. Bad luck, Barnaby. We're down to the last two for the high jump trophy.
I hope Ben doesn't knock the pole off.
As long as they don't put it up any higher, I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh dear.
Lizzie Elf.
Come on, Lizzie. Jump high.
Now, Ben Elf.
If he loses, he's going to be really upset.
Don't worry. We'll give him a little bit of magical help.
But But, Nanny, magic isn't allowed.
Relax. No one will notice.
Are you sure no one will notice, Nanny?
Trust me.
Hooray!
Well done, Ben! You see? I told you no one would notice.
Someone has been using magic.
He knows.
OK, but he doesn't know it was me.
Mistress Plum.
Hello?
I'll take that wand, if you please. And Ben Elf, you are disqualified from the high jump.
But that's not fair.
The rule book clearly says magic is not allowed at the elf games.
But it wasn't Ben's fault.
It was my idea. Sorry, Ben.
We were worried you wouldn't win.
I could have won the race and the high jump. Now I'm not going to win anything.
Take your partners, please, for our final event, the wheelbarrow race. Oh, dear. Ben doesn't have a partner.
Can I be your partner, Ben? I promise I won't use magic or flying.
No, you've already messed things up enough.
Please, Ben. I know I'll be good at it. What is a wheelbarrow race? This is how you do it. I'm really good at walking on my hands. It's just like gymnastics.
OK, then.
My goodness, a fairy. Oh, well, the rule book doesn't say a fairy can't race. On your marks, get set, go!
Come on, We won!
Goodness me, the winners are Ben Elf and Fairy Princess Holly.
Thanks, Holly.
No problem, Ben.
Who'd have thought a fairy could win the wheelbarrow race?
And I can do this.
Gracious me, what was that?
Dancing, gymnastics, and looking pretty.
Very good. At the next Elf Games, we shall have dancing and gymnastics.
And looking pretty.
Yes, and looking pretty. Maybe Princess Holly can teach us how to do it.
Yes, please.
Ho ho!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
Nanny Plum's lesson.
Holly, Violet and Strawberry, are you ready for today's fairy lesson?
Yes, Nanny Plum.
Today's lesson is about... Who can that be? Ah, Ben Elf.
Hello, Nanny Plum. Is Holly in?
I'm afraid Princess Holly is too busy to play with elves or insects.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Gaston.
Hi, Holly.
Nanny Plum's giving us a lesson. Do you want to join in?
Yes, please.
Actually, it's a fairy lesson.
Please, Nanny, let Ben stay.
But Ben's missed the beginning, and I don't want to repeat everything I've said.
But all you've said is, today's lesson is about... Please let Ben stay. Please, Nanny Plum.
OK. as long as Ben just sits quietly and watches. I suppose even an elf might learn something.
Thanks, Nanny.
Oh, so you're joining us too, are you? Now, where was I?
Today's lesson is about...
Thank you, Strawberry. Today's lesson is about some important fairy rules.
Ooh.
Rule 1. Fairies must look nice. Hair lovely, clothes stylish, skin beautifully clean. Elves and ladybirds, of course, need not worry about such things. Rule 2. Fairies should never, ever be without their wands. Who knows why?
Without wands, fairies can't do magic tricks.
Yes, Ben. We need wands to do magic. A fairy without her wand is like a ladybird without her spots.
Nanny, Gaston's a boy ladybird.
Whatever. The important thing is fairies must look after their wands.
Yes, Nanny Plum.
Rule 3. If it's windy, like today, fairies should be careful about flying. As long as I fly low, I'll be fine. But on a day like today, no one should fly above the castle walls. It's very windy up here.
Yes, Nanny Plum.
So, what have we learned?
Fairies should always look nice. Fairies must never, ever be without their wands. Fairies mustn't fly in strong winds.
Very good. You see? Even I find it difficult when the wind is so...
Oh, Nanny Plum's gone.
Was that meant to happen?
I don't think so. Nanny's left her wand behind. And a fairy without a wand is like a ladybird without his spots. Poor Nanny! What can we do?
I've got a simple plan. We find Nanny, we rescue her, then we give Nanny her wand.
But we don't know how to find her. And we don't know how to rescue her. And we're not allowed to touch Nanny Plum's wand.
Then it's a good thing I'm here. I can do all those things because I'm an elf. Gaston, find Nanny Plum. Gaston will sniff her out in no time.
Hooray for Gaston!
There's Nanny Plum. Stage 1 completed.
Hello! How did you find me so quickly?
Gaston followed your smell.
My smell? For your information, I do not smell.
Nanny, we've got your wand.
Holly, you know you're not allowed to touch my wand. It could be very dangerous.
But we just wanted to help you. And you said a fairy should never be without her wand. So we're here to rescue you and give you back your wand.
Well, that's very nice of you all, but...
Stage 2, the rescuing bit. Keep still, Nanny Plum. I'm going to throw this lasso round your waist.
That sounds dangerous. I think I'll just wait for the wind to drop and then I'll fly down.
Are you sure you don't want to be rescued, Nanny?
Quite sure. This isn't quite what I had planned, but now we're all together again. Let's resume the lesson.
Nanny Plum, are you sure that leaf can take your weight?
My weight? Young man, I'll have you know I'm as light as a feather. Now, where was I?
The last thing you said was, even I find it difficult to fly when the wind is so... Woo! That's the sound you made when the wind blew you away. Woo!
Ah, yes. Thank you, Strawberry. Even I find it difficult to... Woo! Woo!
Nanny, are you okay?
Yes.
Nanny's wings are soaking wet. She can't fly, so she's stuck on that little island.
Nanny Plum, are you ready to be rescued?
No. I'll wait for my wings to dry and then I'll fly over to you.
I think that bird's looking for worms.
I hope Mrs. Bird doesn't mistake me for a worm.
Oh, Nanny Plum's in a bird's nest.
I'll be all right, as long as the eggs don't hatch. Oh, dear.
Those baby birds look hungry.
Oh, bother! My wings are still wet. Woo!
Nanny Plum!
It's not pleasant, but it's only mud.
I think it's quicksand.
Nanny Plum is sinking into the ground.
Ben? I'm ready to be rescued now.
Fantastic! Giddy up, Gaston! Giddy up! Giddy up! Keep still, Nanny Plum. I'm going to throw this lasso round your waist. She's too heavy! Gaston, pull harder!
Hooray! Ooh, Nanny Plum, you smell horrible.
Well, at least no one else was here to see all that.
My goodness, is that you, Nanny Plum?
Yes, Queen Thistle. I'm just teaching the children a few fairy rules.
Excellent. And what fairy rules are you teaching?
Rule 1. Fairies must always look nice. Hair lovely, clothes stylish, skin beautifully clean.
Yes. I've been showing the children what not to do.
Rule 2. Fairies must never ever be without their wands.
Yes, Strawberry. King Thistle doesn't want to know all the little details.
Quite right. You seem to have everything under control, Nanny Plum. Please carry on.
Thank you, Your Royalness.
Did you notice that Nanny Plum seemed a bit smelly?
I thought it was the ladybird.
Now, where was I?
You had just shouted, "Wow!" Uff. That's the sound you made as you landed in the mud. Uff.
Thank you, Strawberry. Actually, that brings today's lesson to a close.
That was a brilliant lesson, especially the adventure bits.
I'm pleased you enjoyed it, Ben, and thank you for rescuing me. It's nice to have you back. Hair be lovely, clothes have style, skin beautifully clean.
Nanny Plum, you look lovely and pretty again.
Thank you, Strawberry. Now, children, what do you think I've learnt today?
What to shout when you fall out of trees and stuff?
No. I've learnt it's good to have friends around when you need them, whether they are fairies or elves. Oh, yes. Sorry, Gaston. Or ladybirds.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Today's adventure starts at the Great Elf Tree.
Morning, noon and night.
$7 o'clock. Time to get up.
Ben, breakfast's ready.
Thanks, Dad.
Right then, let's get your hair brushed.
Let's get your elf hat on.
Don't forget your new watch. There. Now you're ready for school.
But, Mum, elf school doesn't start for ages. Can I go and see Holly? I want to show her my new watch.
OK, but make sure you get to school on time.
Of course I will. Elves are never late. And I'm an elf.
Phew, Mr. Elf. Mornings are such hard work.
I should say so.
That's the cockerel crow, Princess Holly. Time for fairies to get up.
Is it morning already?
Breakfast's ready, Holly.
Thank you, Nanny Plum.
Let's get your hair brushed, Holly.
And here's your crown.
All done. Mornings are such hard work.
Hello, Nanny Plum.
What is it, Ben? I haven't got time to be answering the door to elves.
Can Holly come out to play?
I'm afraid Princess Holly is too busy to...
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Holly. I've got a new watch.
Wow. Is it a real watch?
Yes, you can hear it ticking.
Oh, yes. Can you tell the time, Ben?
Not yet, but we're going to learn how to tell the time at school today.
Yes? Well, I'm sure you don't want to be late.
I'm an elf. Elves are never late. Bye, Holly.
Bye, Ben. I wish I had a watch.
Whatever for, Princess Holly?
If I had a watch, I could tell the time.
We fairies don't need watches. We have different ways of telling the time.
Like what, Nanny?
We have dandelion clocks. Here's a good one.
How can a dandelion tell the time?
We count how many puffs it takes to blow away all the seeds. Like this. 1, 2, 3. It took 3 puffs. That means 3 o'clock.
I want to go. 1.
That means 1 o'clock.
Wow. So is it really 1 o'clock?
Not really. It's just a game.
But Ben's learning to tell the time properly. Can I go to his lesson?
Oh, all right. But I'm sure it won't be much fun.
When the big hand and the little hand are pointing straight up, it is 12 o'clock.
Hello, wise old elf.
Good day, Nanny Plum.
Can we join you?
Yes, as long as you are quiet.
Rightio.
Now, who can tell me how we know a watch is working?
We can hear it ticking.
Yes, Holly. Very good.
You see, we fairies know all about time.
But you fairies don't have watches or clocks.
We have our own ways of telling the time.
I'm sure you do. Now, how do we know when to wake up in the morning?
The alarm clock rings.
Correct.
I wake up when the cockerel crows. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Yes, I see. And how do we know when it's time to go to sleep?
When the clock says it's bedtime.
Yes, correct again.
I go to sleep when the owl hoots. Twitter-woo!
But without clocks, how do you know what time it is?
We have dandelion clocks. Look. 1, 2,
And me.
3. That means 3 o'clock.
Stop, stop, stop. That's all fairy nonsense.
But it's fun.
Fun has nothing to do with telling the time. I don't suppose you fairies can tell me what time it is now?
It's noon.
Ah, yes, Holly. Well done.
Wow, how did you know that?
Because the sun is high up in the sky.
And I know it's lunchtime because my tummy is rumbling.
How silly.
Excuse me. My tummy is never wrong.
Oh, it is lunchtime. School is finished for today.
Hooray!
Holly, would you like to come over to play this afternoon?
Yes.
OK. See you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile.
It's almost 6 o'clock. Where's Holly?
Hi, Ben.
You're late.
Fairies are always late. And I'm a fairy.
Hurry up. I've got something to show you.
What's that noise?
You'll see.
Are we there yet?
Nearly. This way.
Hello, Princess Holly.
Hello, wise old elf.
This is the Great Elf Clock,
Wow.
the most accurate clock of all.
What does accurate mean?
It means it always tells the right time.
Quite so, Ben. I set it every night by the distant bells. They usually ring about now.
Da da dum, do da dee da, da da la la, da dum dee da. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. That means it's time for dinner. Dinner time! Dinner time!
The bells! The bells! Now I need to adjust the clock.
That's just Nanny Plum.
What do you mean?
Nanny rings the bell every night when it's dinner time.
And how does Nanny Plum know it's dinner time?
Her tummy rumbles.
What? You mean I've been setting the Great Elf Clock to a fairy's tummy rumble?
Yes.
Her tummy does seem to be amazingly accurate. It is dinner time.
Bye, Ben.
See you tomorrow, Holly.
And the beautiful princess lived happily ever after. The end. Time to sleep, Holly.
But, Daddy, the owl hasn't hooted yet.
There's the owl now.
And the fierce dragon ate the witch. And everyone lived happily ever after. The end. Time to sleep, Ben.
But, Mum, the clock hasn't chimed yet.
Oh, it's chiming now.
Good night, Holly.
Good night, Ben.